This ain't your ordinary football show. It's the Old Dominion Football Show with Bruce Rader and Coach Bobby Wilder.
No one expected it to be easy. Following a bye week, ODU was back in action at Western Kentucky, and the Monarchs put together their best offensive performance of the season, but driving in the fourth quarter with a chance to take the lead, the ball slipped out of Taylor Heineke's hands, picked off, returned for a 96-yard touchdown. How do the Monarchs respond? Let's find out. The Old Dominion Football Show starts now. I'm Bruce Rader along with head coach Bobby Wilder. You didn't seem to be too happy with the way that your defense played after Saturday's game at Western Kentucky. A lot of missed tackles, a lot of yards given up. How did you address that this week?
Yeah, it was a major issue for us in this game, Bruce, and we knew going in they were averaging 550 yards a game. They've got the record right now in the country for most consecutive games over 30 points. It's a great offense, but we had 49 missed tackles, 202 yards that allowed 3 touchdowns. So this week we put the full pads on. Tuesday and Wednesday, had not done that in practice this season, and really focused on tackling, form tackling, really attacking that part of our game. And part of it was the improvement, number one, but number two, the confidence level of our kids. They needed to gain some confidence in the tackling, and I felt like we've had a great week of practice defensively, specifically with the tackling.
And despite the defensive breakdown, and after a slow start, I mean, your offense seemed to get back on track. Were you happy with the exception of that play, the ball just slipping out of Taylor's hands? And I want to talk about that a little later, but were you happy with the way that the offense came back? Yeah,
very much so, Bruce. For the fourth consecutive week, we're down big early. We're down 21-3. We're down 18 points. And through the second and third quarter, Bruce, we had 7 possessions. We scored 7 touchdowns. We scored 48 points in the second and third quarter. We just had a missed extra point, but 7 consecutive drives for touchdowns. I've never seen anything like that. We got in a rhythm, we got going, and we had success.
I mean, that is almost unbelievable.
It is.
I mean,
unbelievable.
You don't see that.
No, it reminded me of the second half of the New Hampshire game back in 2012 when Taylor threw for 730 yards. We just got in such a rhythm, and they couldn't stop us, and that's where the game turned into that back and forth. They were up 18. We got it to 12, then we got it to 5, it'd go back to 12. It was a back and forth game because of how prolific we were offensively.
But I got to tell you, it's a thrill for the fans.
Right.
All right, so tomorrow it's back on the road. You travel to Nashville to take on a Vanderbilt team out of the Southeastern Conference. Now, this is a team that has struggled to a 2-6 record, but come on, man, it's still an SEC team.
Yeah, it's the Southeast Conference that, as you know, Bruce, this is the best football conference in the country, and it appears they've gotten an identity on offense the last 2 weeks. They're going with the redshirt freshman, Johnny McCrary, at quarterback. This is their 4th quarterback, Bruce. They've played throughout the year. Their starter got hurt early, and then they've rotated the guys behind. So they're 1-1 in their last 2 games with McCrary, the quarterback, and last week was their best game of the year. They played Missouri, who's tied with Georgia right now for first place in the SEC East. They lost 24-14 at Missouri. And as you remember last year, Missouri played for the championship in the conference. So this will be a test. They're an improving team.
How's the morale in the locker room? I know the kids have to be excited about playing Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it's been great, Bruce. It's one of the things I keep telling you I love about this team. Their attitude, they show up every day. They want to get better. They want to improve. They're disappointed that we've lost 4 games in a row. Everybody is. But the point I keep making to them is the only way we're going to turn this around is with a positive mental attitude. Everybody showing up, being together all the time, and they've done that. The leadership's been really good. The younger guys are improving. So I'm really excited with our kids, Bruce. They can't wait to get out here and play.
I know they've been beaten up. It's been a long season. How's the health as of today?
Yeah, I think we're as good as we've been all year, Bruce, health-wise. That bye week after UTEP, where we've gone 11 straight weeks, really helped us, and we didn't have any major setbacks at Western Kentucky, and that allowed us to put the pads on this week, Bruce, and do the live tackling. So I feel like we're in pretty good shape.
You're trying to snap a 4-game losing streak tomorrow. ODU's never lost 4 games in a row.
Right.
But how great would it be to be the first team in Conference USA to beat an SEC team?
Oh, this would be a game changer, Bruce. Right now, Conference USA against the group of 5, the other like conferences, you know, the MAC and the conferences like that, has the best record of any of those group of 5. Now, against the Power 5 conferences, the SEC, ACC, Pac-12, Big Ten, those conferences right now, Bruce, nobody's got to win. Conference USA is 0-21 against those teams. They're 0-7 against the SEC. So this would be big not only for Old Dominion, but for Conference USA.
And you know, this is exciting. This
Yeah,
is what this whole move was all about. I know it's been a little tough for you this year, Coach, but this is what the fans have wanted. This is what Hampton Roads has wanted.
Right.
You've given it to us, and I'll tell you what, it's a great ride.
Yeah,
it really is.
We're going to keep
and
having
it's just
fun.
keeping going. When we return, it's time for another installment of the Coach's Corner. That's when Coach Wilder answers your questions, and linebacker Andre Simmons, who actually transferred to ODU from Vanderbilt, enters the 1-minute drill as he gets ready to face his old team.
Welcome back to the Old Dominion Football Show. We're here with linebacker Andre Simmons here in the 1-minute drill. Andre, if you found $50 in the parking lot, what would you buy?
Oh man, probably a new pair of clothes or something, maybe some jeans or a t-shirt, something like that.
What's your favorite color?
Favorite color, I would say probably blue.
What's your favorite food that is blue?
Favorite food that is blue, that's interesting. Does candy count as a food?
Why not?
Well, I guess I'll say Airhead, blue Airheads.
Least favorite class?
Oh wow, least favorite class, that's an easy one, calculus.
Can you name all the Spice Girls?
Spice Girls? Nah, I can't name one. The only one I would say is Ginger the one with the red hair? Is that?
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I kind of had a crush on her back in the day, so that's the only one I could think I could name, if that's her.
Favorite thing about running through the tunnel on a Saturday with 20,000 fans screaming for you?
The 20,000 fans screaming, just you know, it's an atmosphere that you can't compare it to. You know, even though it's 20,000, it easily feels like 30,000. You know, and just they're all here for us. So it's a special moment, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Andre Simmons, now a linebacker, passes the 1-minute drill. Say goodbye to the Monarch Nation.
All right, Monarch Nation. See you out there on the field.
All right, Coach, this week's question in our Coach's Corner is from Ashley in Chesapeake. She asks, Mel Kiper has Taylor Heineke listed as a top 10 NFL prospect and calls him a sleeper. What do you think of his NFL prospects?
I think they're very good, Bruce, and it's a good question by Ashley. What I'm finding, all 32 scouts now have been through Old Dominion. They've been to practice, watch video. The number one thing they comment on, Bruce, is his ability to process information. You know this quarterback's got 2.5 seconds. Ball's got to be gone, and they love his ability to process information. Great question, Ashley.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach. Also, I've got to mention this to you. We talked earlier in the show about that pass that slipped out of Taylor Heineke's hand that was returned for that game-winning interception last week. I've never seen anything like that before.
No,
what in the world happened?
I've been coaching for 28 years, and I talked to Taylor right after the play. He said, Coach, I don't know what happened. I had the ball, I felt it, I was throwing it, and it just slipped out. And he had his gloves on. He'd been throwing with gloves the whole game. He was 27 for 40 for 471 yards. No ball had slipped. It just was not meant to be, Bruce.
So I guess after his performance the last almost 4 years, we can let one slide?
We can let one slip.
We can let one slip, okay. 4 games
as
remaining.
Painful as it was.
That's all right. 4 games remaining beginning tomorrow in a nationally televised game against Vanderbilt. You're 3-5. You've emphasized to the players that there is still a chance to end the season on a winning record up to this point. How's everybody's mindset?
Everybody's doing great, and I think the biggest contributor to it, Bruce, is the leadership we have. You had a piece earlier on Andre Simmons. Andre Simmons transfers from Vanderbilt. He's captain. He's not starting right now. He's got every reason to be bitter, yet he's not. He's a leader. He's good with the younger players. The kids have been tremendous leadership. The staff, enthusiasm, the way I am, I'm making it very clear to the guys, I'm not changing anything I do in the approach. Focus on that process of winning, the planning, preparation, execution. We're a good football team. The wins just aren't coming. We're in every game but Marshall, and I'm confident we're going to go get a win this weekend. Yeah,
but this is a tough conference that you're in.
It is.
You knew that going in, and the wins are going to come. It is a building process.
I just want them to come right now.
I know you do, and so do we. You haven't played a home game since the Marshall game on October 4th. You're not at home again until, November 8th against Florida International. How ready are you to have a home game?
Oh, my God, do we miss the 12th Monarchs? You and I talked about this early in the year, Bruce, when we first saw the schedule and went, this is crazy. I mean, we opened with the best 3 teams in the conference, and then this stretch of being gone for 5 weeks. We can't wait to get back home, Bruce. We miss our fan base, being with them, and we're so excited to come back with a win for them this weekend from Vanderbilt.
And we can't wait to get you back, but we're going to be watching on TV come
Right.
Saturday night. Old Dominion on the road against Vanderbilt. The game will be broadcast nationally on ESPNU beginning at 7 o'clock. Coach, good luck.
Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Hey, send your questions to Coach Wilder to me at bruce.rader@wavy.com, and join us every Friday night during the football season right here on Fox 43 for the Old Dominion Football Show. Have a great weekend, everybody.